So I'm sure you already know what this video's about. What other way to visualize just how hard these games are than to make a video that has already been done 40 times? So to start things off, let's do something most have never done. Finding the equivalent of GD difficulties to EToH difficulties. This way, we can actually know if a game outruns the other in terms of difficulty, making it harder objectively. Take Tower of Raging Tempest. It sits at the middle of the final difficulty, Catastrophic. Now take the level Bloodbath. It also sits as a top 800 Extreme Demon, which is around the middle in the AREDL. You could say that these are around the same difficulty because they're both the median of their respective difficulties. Understand? We can use this as an anchor point to base these next comparisons on. This is absolutely useless. Much like Crimsoneth said in the video on the screen right now, there's naturally going to be some players who are better at one game than the other. So take what I just said and throw it out the window. Let's see what others are saying.
Most people are talking about what GD's TP, LLILL, PPLL, or EToH's hardest humanly possible towers. But I think a better way to ask the question is how difficult it is to learn and make progress in the games. At least a less flawed and understandable version of the question you guys are asking.
I completely agree with you. Time it takes to learn a certain difficulty does affect the difficulty of the game. For me, challenging to intense was a huge gap. My hardest was around Tower of Triangular Covering, so getting to Tower of Perilous Antipode was hell. But getting from Clutterfunk to EToH 2 was fine. I just needed a bit of practice. Does that mean EToH is harder than GD? Not really, but let's look at more community opinions.
In GD, there are these things called frame perfect 60 FPS. You have 16.67 milliseconds to get the timing right. Any other time you hit it is a no. 120 is 8 milliseconds. 240 is 4 milliseconds. But to put into perspective how hard a 240 FPS timing is that a hummingbird flaps its wings at around 12 to 20 ms so for the Roblox kids. The top one has 3 of these 240 FPS where you have to click at 3 times the speed of a hummingbird. 3 times.
All I have to say for this is 1. Frame perfects are indeed very hard. 2. Roblox frame perfects are also very hard. What do the other people have to say about this? Yeah. With all these points and objections, do we draw a conclusion? Do they tie? Actually, kinda. GD and EToH are different games. One is 2D, one is 3D. Match the two up. They have very different mechanics, they have very different play styles, and they have very different foundations. You literally cannot know which is harder, because difficulty is like the most subjective thing in the universe. So, is that it? Just the same old boring answer all these videos tell you? No, I have a different answer. These games cannot indeed be compared because they're wildly different, but I'll give you this. These games are just games that require very precise execution, much like Touhou, Osu, rhythm games, etc. They're the games with no skill cap, and GD and EToH are not exceptions. And I know why you're here. You don't need these kinds of videos to determine whether the progress you've made on a game is valid or not. Keep going. Push to do harder and harder levels or obbies, whatever. Don't let the opinions of others saying X is harder than this other game invalidate the effort you've put into the other game if it even invalidates it in the first place. Just play your damn game. And as always, thanks for watching.